This is an old gaming PC. A customer of mine was throwing it out, asked me if I wanted it. I said, yeah. I haven't really looked inside it, so I don't know what components are in it. The only thing I can see is that there's definitely an SSD, and there's a couple of fans, a graphics card, motherboard, all the things you'd expect to see in a gaming PC. But I don't actually know what's in it, what the components are. So I don't know if it's e-waste that I can't do anything with, or a gaming PC that I can maybe use for emulation or maybe a home server or something. Now, it's not in the greatest state. It's got a missing foot and it has took quite a big bang to the top, which has deformed the case and the motherboard IO shield. But I'm going to take it apart, see what we've got, clean it up, and maybe we've got ourselves a little project PC on our hands that we can do something with. Let's have a gander. Take this side panel off, this very scratched acrylic side panel off, see what we've got. So the first thing I notice is there's a big old piece of dust there. Lovely. So it is an old PC. The motherboard is a Z97M, which that's an Intel platform. I'm not sure on the generation, it might be 3rd gen. We've got 4 sticks of RAM, 2 mismatched kits. Great, we've got 2 SATA cables, so there might be a hard drive in here as well. And we've got that may be an 850 watt power supply. That's very high power for this kind of generation. And we have a graphics card. It's a 2 GB model, DDR5. That's a 660 Ti. The cables at the top are obviously held on by sellotape, exactly how you'd expect, of course. Flip it over, what the back looks like. Here we have, okay, cable management's quite nice, SSD there, and we do have a hard drive, some more dust bunnies. It's a non-modular power supply, it's an Asus motherboard. Right, cool. First thing we've got to test is to make sure that it turns on and it can boot into Windows. So, power supply on, I see RGB, monitor's powering up. Go on, boot straight into Windows for me, no signal. This has took a right good whack on the top of it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's dead. Can hear the hard drive whirring. Graphics card fans going, nothing. Let's see if onboard video works. Oh, no way. Is it dead straight from the off? I wonder if the 660 Ti can't output 4K. I've got a 1080p screen, let me check. 1080p screen ain't working either. Doesn't seem like it's even getting to BIOS because it turned off instantly. If it had got to Windows and just wasn't displaying, when you press the power button, it would take a while for it to realise and then would shut down slowly. I'm gonna try again, just in case it was a one-off. Okay, I didn't press the power button then and it turned on. No signal. Right, next step, I'm gonna check the connections, make sure everything's seated properly. Well, everything's seated correctly. I'm gonna try popping the graphics card out, popping it back in. We have a picture. Don't know how well you can see that. Unseated the GPU, plugged it back in. Straight away, everything's fine. We should be able to get straight into the BIOS now. Whee! Right, I'm going to test just to see if that 4K screen works. Purely because it's a little bit easier to see. Hey, that's class. Right, let's see what we've got. We've got a 4770K, which is not a bad CPU for how old it is. 4th gen. And DDR3 at, oh my God, we have 3 different RAM sticks in here. Oh dear. However, that does mean that we've got 24 gigs of RAM, which is not bad going. We've got 128 gig SSD, which I imagine is the boot drive, and a 500 gigabyte hard drive for game storage. I'll be honest, I'm quite impressed. That's not bad at all. Let's see if it'll boot into Windows. If it's even got a Windows installation on it. I don't know if it has. So that's the boot. I don't think it, oh no, straight back into the BIOS. So we do not have Windows on here. I'm going to install Windows. Let's see what happens. I have installed Windows. It's working. However, this PC is filthy. It is in desperate need of a thermal paste change because the CPU is peaking at 100 degrees C every now and again whilst it was installing Windows updates. And if we want to install Windows 11 so we can get up-to-date security features, I'm gonna have to do a workaround to get Windows 11 to work on it, which is probably gonna mean using Rufus and reinstalling the operating system altogether. However, there is also the option of Linux. I don't have a massive amount of experience with it. I've used it a little little bit with Bazite, as you may have seen in a previous video that I'll tag here. The next thing to do is I am going to tear this down. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to change the thermal paste. I'm going to get this PC looking nice, clean and spick and span. I'm even going to see if I can knock the dent out of the top of this case, although I'm not sure I can do anything about the missing foot, but I'll see what I can do. Let's see if we can't get this back into a proper working order and make it look like an actual gaming PC. And then I'm going to talk about what our options are going forward with it. Steam's installed and I've got to be honest, I'm quite impressed. Now this isn't going to play any high demanding graphical games at all. It's only got 2 GB of VRAM, so you're quite limited as to what games you can play anyway. I've had a play around. It'll play Skyrim, it'll play Subnautica, Planet Crafter, Hollow Knight, Hades, and any kind of games that are around that spec should be absolutely fine. This isn't the most ideal situation because it's running Windows 10. And as much as I could have installed Linux on it and potentially got a little bit better performance out of it, with there not being as much overhead with the Windows and all the rest of it, and this isn't the most secure thing in the world, there are workarounds to install Windows 11 onto your computer, which I might do a video on in the future. For now, for this video, it's absolutely fine. So the games that it will play, it plays it well. Now, Skyrim, you can only play it on low settings, but it's at a locked 60 FPS. Subnautica was running medium to low settings, and that was at between 90 and 100 FPS, which is awesome. Planet Crafter, at the start, it's quite easy to load, and it was hitting 60, but I imagine as you create more things in that game and build more things, it might see its limitations a little bit. I have a plan for this PC though. I think I'm going to make this a project, and every month I'll spend, or every couple of months, I'll spend a little bit of money, I'll upgrade it and see what kind of performance we get. Now, I'm very lucky to have been given this PC. Like, it's not the most powerful PC in the world. It's DDR3, it's a 4770K and a 660 Ti. Got a 500 gig hard drive, 128 gig SSD, but it still plays games. So if you're not really bothered about playing the latest and greatest titles, you want something that will be absolutely fine for emulation, you want something that will be absolutely fine to play low demanding games, and you just want to have a laugh or a mess around, this is perfect. And I'm going to use this series to show how you can upgrade an old system that didn't cost you a lot of money and get some decent gaming performance, or seeing that gaming performance uplift as you improve. Now, I've been thinking a lot already about what would be the first upgrade. Part of me wants to upgrade the case straight away, so you kind of know what space constraints you're working with straight away, because this case isn't brilliant. It's not very nice to build in, it doesn't have much cable management. I'm not really sure where the two fans in the front are pulling air from, because it's a completely closed system. Solid top. I think there might be a little vent at the bottom about that big, and that's what's pulling all the fresh air in, which is a little bit worrying. And it's scuffed, it's got bangs and scratches, it's missing a foot. It's not brilliant, but the case doesn't add to performance, so that will probably be one of the last things that I upgrade on it. The power supply is an 850 watt power supply, so even though it's quite an old power supply, I don't think this power supply has been properly taxed before, so it's probably got a bit of life left in it. I think on the next video we'll upgrade the graphics card. We'll see what kind of performance uplift we get from going from a 660 Ti to, I'm not really sure what we can get for that money, maybe a 1060, that'd be cool, or a 1070, that's quite a big generational leap. You're going from 600 series, 700, 900, straight to 10. That'd be cool. Or if we can find a decent AMD graphics card. I know the go-to budget-friendly AMD card probably is still the RX 580. I'm not sure how much they're going for right about now, but something like that would be absolutely perfect, and then we'll upgrade from there. What would you guys, if you had this PC, what would be the first thing you upgraded? You haven't got the money for a brand new build, but you've got a little bit of money, say, I don't know, 80 quid or under. What would you buy? Personally, I'm thinking an RX 580 or a 1070. If I find a 1070 somewhere for 80 quid or around 80 quid, that'd be banging. And that'd be a massive performance jump. And what would you upgrade? Like, what would be your order of operations when it comes to upgrading? So I'm going to do the graphics card first, and then it's probably going to have to be the platform straight off the bat. Like, the second upgrade is probably going to have to be the platform. Although I could put an M.2 SSD in it, that could be quite interesting, just to see what the loading time difference will be, which will be a massive increase, because at the minute it's running off a spinning hard drive, which is not ideal whatsoever. The loading times on this are terrible. But yeah, there we go. I really enjoyed making this video. It was a lot of work. That was an absolute nightmare to take apart and put back together, but I think it was well worth it. It's kind of a shame that the last upgrade on it is probably going to be the case, because it doesn't really add to performance, because that case is terrible. Let me know what you guys think. What would you do? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you do. Let me know if you've got any ideas, any criticisms. Please just let me know. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye.